All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On 2nd down, Elliott. They find some open field here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big... Hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Oh, now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with the tackle. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Check me, 74.
Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here we go. Waiting.
They run with Pumphrey. And he caught it out. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Flushed out right. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
On third and long, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Following the interception, here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Escaping the pressure right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by DeAndre Hall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. Wentz to throw on second down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Wentz now on first down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. On first down, Wentz. Flush to his right. The improv on the script.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
Let's go. 54 Mike, 54 Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Go, baby, return over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
On second down, here's Wentz. Sliding out of the a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second down, Prescott.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Prescott now, option right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this one down to about the 27.
Set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And out now come the Eagles. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Going for his line back, and he's got him complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Great. 15. Great 15.
Got four down.
Push up.
Working from the gun. Wentz eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Demarcus Lawrence in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Ram.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. He's going to let this go deep for it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott drops it underneath. Elliott brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
46. Hey, here we go. 4-8. Hustle.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
46. Here we go. 4-8.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football. Yeah,
he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. A second down throw for Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Lion.
Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. 180! Please flash them.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone, because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback who wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To throw is Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. For a chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Ram.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Jeffrey breaking the tackle. And a tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles add on to their lead. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that makes this a 9-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run again with Pumphrey. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Throwing his Wentz. Aguilar has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Robert Quinn. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Rip.
Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
46.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott now on 2nd down. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Being chased out left. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
1st down, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And he's got it to Hearns. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Prescott now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. And an out of the run. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
And this one complete to Winton over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott on 1st down. Going right side, he has Winton. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and look."
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 out in a yard. 2nd down, Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them 1 closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the... Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz, flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Wentz going to throw. Flushed out right. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you. Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. To throw, it's Wentz. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Pumphrey. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Eluding the pressure right. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Prescott from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16. Prescott, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of any? Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Prescott. His throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
46, 46.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Wentz to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
To throw is Wentz, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. Wentz to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. The Eagles led the NFL, going 6 of 9 in the regular season on 2-point tries last year. Of course, they had another big one in the Super Bowl, and they're going for 2 here. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do.
He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And give him a gain of 37. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.